Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food with Keto under 20, usually under 10, because all I have is a bowl of green leafies with my oils on it, except for Sunday when I have asparagus and Brussels sprouts and cauli crumbles, which is truly a treat. But I'm here today doing my usual video, but sometimes things just catch me and and hold me and show me my viewers are the best. They are so smart. They are so filled with wisdom, pearls of wisdom, sage wisdom, and this woman just goes to the top with her comment that she left me a couple of weeks ago. And I won't name her, but she is, excuse me, she's 75 years old and she began keto. But everything that she says in this comment is how to start, how to think, how to be, how to have the keto lifestyle with none of the BS, none of the crapola, none of the excuses. She just did it. And I don't know if that's her personality or it's because that's her age and she's not fooling around anymore with her health or her weight. And whatever it is, it has worked for her. So I am going to read this to you because there's nothing else I can say. Well, there probably is, you know me. But anyway, she writes, she types, I was talking about how I gave up my addiction to smoking and drinking and eating the standard American diet in excess. And I talked about that cold turkey works for me. I also call it the Band-Aid theory. You can take that Band-Aid and you can just slowly peel it back so it slightly stings for a while, or you can just go, well, I'm one of those when it comes to an item in my life that is no longer serving its purpose. It is outdated. It's funny, I took a real estate class on appraisals, and it talked about that, you know, the out of mode, out of just an outdated sort of thing, like an outdated kitchen or an outdated bathroom, and how that would pull down the value of a property. And doesn't that pull down the value of you and your body? If you're still doing something that no longer serves purpose, it's not your highest and best use to continue having things that aren't a stricter keto. And so it's interesting. Anyway, so here we go. Cold turkey is the best turkey. I love that. Within an hour of deciding to go on keto, I removed everything non-keto from my kitchen, my pantry, and my freezers, and my refrigerator, and got them out of the house. I love that. When you throw stuff in the trash can, you probably are not going to go back and reclaim it. Then I went to the store and bought the things I could eat on keto. I learned a long time ago not to make any exceptions for myself because once I get on the slippery slope, it's very hard to get off. Hear, hear. The bonus for me is that if I make no exceptions, I have no cravings. I have lost 40 pounds in 4 months, and I'm 75 years old. Yeah, 75 years old. Now I'm trying to gain 7 pounds back because I've been quite successful in losing the weight, but I'm a little bit too skin and bones. Ah, oi, to have that problem. Isn't that great? I'm trying to hit 1,500 calories, increasing the protein to 45 or 50 grams, and upping the fat to 100 to 130 grams. The old me said, you can eat more carbs now. The keto me said, not so fast. So I just increased the fats mostly and added some protein because I'm losing a little muscle mass. Well, that is amazing. And she did it by doing it the way that I am with my older female clients, which is higher protein, higher fats, carbs under 20, and protein a little bit lower. Like, well, my cap for some people is 60. I try to keep mine under 40, and that's how it works. But did you hear what she said? I mean, there's just no screwing around. The non-keto stuff went in trash bags. It would never be reclaimed. Out to the dump it went. And then she went to the store and bought only keto items. And how did that simplify her life? I bet it simplified her life in such a way there's no turning back. So when she goes into her fridge, her freezer, her pantry, or her shelves, there it is, what she can have. And there's just no other way to do it. And I love that. And it's worked for her. And I love that she's trying to gain back 7 because she's a little too skin and bones. That happened to me too. When I first did the keto, I actually dipped so far down that I was close to the 100-pound range. And then it came back and normalized, but I don't know what made it go that low. But I guess it was just my body just adjusting to everything. But now, I'm hovering in the 120 range every day that I weigh. But for 5 weeks in the summer, and I think it's part humidity and part the powder MSM, I was struggling with gaining a few pounds, and it was from doing nothing different. I've been on maintenance now for 3 years, so it wasn't changing anything that I ate. It was, every day I have, every 7 days, you can see it's the same rotation in my food. But the MSM and the humidity just caused me so much abdominal bloat and discomfort. So that's gone. But so I remain there, and clearly that kind of must be my set point, and I'm happy with it. But when I get a posting like that, and the woman is 75 years old, that is no small feat, because even when I began doing the keto at 65, I never thought that I could ever lose the weight that plagued me, not to mention feeling better. Like if somebody told me at 64 how good I would feel doing keto at 65, I never would have believed them. And I know that is the same way for a lot of you, the non-scale victories that we all enjoy. And so, so at 75, I can't imagine beginning her keto and in 4 months, there's 40 pounds gone, just like that. I love that. So I'm sure that there's plenty of non-scale victories for her too, but she wasn't talking about that. She was talking about the keto disciplined lifestyle that she chose for herself with no going back. And I love that if she makes no exceptions, she entertains no cravings. Think about that. I know that my sugar craving went away after 2 weeks, never to return. Absolutely amazing. And I was still having some form of a keto type treat with a fat bomb, with some chocolate, with peanut butter or cashew butter in my version of the fat bomb. And I was still having starchy sweet potato or white potato in my low carb, high fat before I went to keto. Once I went to keto, bye-bye, those things went away. And so I just began the meat, veggies, oils, and butter form of the keto that I continue to do today. And it continues to work for me. And the non-scale victories are incredible. I sometimes forget how wonderful it is to feel, how great it is to just go along in life, until I read somebody that stepped out of their keto food plan and all of the things that they invited back into their life, the hangover, the withdrawal, the self-loathing, the disgust with themselves. And is it worth it? Some of them say it's worth it and they do it again. Not me. I don't entertain those things. And so just like my giving up alcohol and my giving up cigarettes, now on keto with the strict and the tracked and the measured and the carbs way, way, way low, protein moderately low, or the moderate protein lower than what they suggest, and the fats between 120 and sometimes all the way up to 140. I don't need to change anything. I'm satiated. It works. I don't have triggers. I have a trigger with an ad that they're showing a lot this summer. And that gets to me. But I fast forward through it, or I blink a lot, or I squint a lot. What is squinting? Squinting is squinting at something, is just kind of not seeing it, practicing not seeing it, and it's something that you might have to live with. It's something that somebody else's space and life have in it, and it isn't your keto food plan, but you have a live and let live policy at your house. Makes for easier getting along. And so you've learned to squint at it, so now you don't even see it. And for me, it's all the non-keto items that Greg enjoys, and that's none of my business. But so I do practice squinting, because I know a couple of times I've done a like quick little live 30-second what I'm eating, and I put my plate down on my placemat, and you can see some of Greg's little non-keto items in the back, and I don't even see them anymore, because I'm so used to squinting and not seeing them, and people are real quick to point it out. So that's kind of funny. But I wouldn't trade how I do my program for anything, or my chronometer. It just is such a valuable tool for me. I can cut, copy, paste things into future days. So all of the things that I have, all of the foods, all of the supplements, all of the things like weight or activity, or notes that I would want to leave, can all be there. There's a free version, as well as one that's $36 a year, I think, which is like 75 cents a week. And so I just roll along, and that's how I do it. And when I get a new client from my ketocoachingsarah.com page with the different packages, that's how I begin coaching them with their macros and their choices and their chronometer as well. And I can get in and view their stuff. I found, for me, my keto is as much about choices of food as it is about behaviors and habits, and living in a rut that I don't even know is a rut until I start to come out of it. And some people have said that the difference between a rut and a grave is feet of dirt. That's all. So I don't want to be, in that buried alive mode of being in a rut and not even seeing it, not even seeing clearly that item that I'm having could be stalling my weight loss, could be making me feel not so hot, could be building up in my system and not releasing out of my system, which would be artificial sweeteners. Sometimes they build in your system. And that's why that 1 or 2 or 3 packets of that yellow packet might not seem like it's that dangerous right then and there that you add to something. But when you do the 1, 2, 3 packets every single day without exception, and it doesn't release from your body, that's when it could become a chemical time bomb. We don't know. We just don't know. So I keep doing what I'm doing, keeping the upgrades where I can. I'm not perfect. There's no halo, but I do what I can do and share every day, Monday through Friday, with you parts of my journey. And in this case, part of this lovely woman's journey and how she did it. And I just love that there was no fooling around. There's just no exceptions. And the cravings go away. And the cravings have gone away for me too. I just have to be careful of triggers. And that happens usually in the form of an ad on TV, or a picture, or somebody else's picture, or, food porn. But that's easily remedied because I have solutions to that, which is fast forward, don't go there, or squint. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom in Food, with keto, done in the way that I do it. The way that you do it, if it works for you, have at it. But I just wanted to celebrate this woman, this 75-year-old success story. Unbelievable. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you the next time here. Bye-bye for now.